Hello. Welcome back to GlowFlow 24/7 channel. It's no secret we're all feeling the sting of inflation, and few places make it more obvious than the grocery store. Over the past year, grocery prices have surged by around 12%, with some categories climbing even higher. Staples like eggs, beef, milk, and butter have become noticeably more expensive, and that increase is hitting every household. To put it into perspective, a grocery budget that used to hover around $500 a month might now stretch to $560 or more, even if your shopping habits haven't changed. For families, students, and anyone trying to stay within a budget, these rising costs are hard to ignore. Thankfully, there are smart, practical ways to reduce your grocery bill without compromising nutrition or flavor. With a bit of planning and strategy, you can still prepare healthy, satisfying meals while spending significantly less. Here are 10 effective tips to help you navigate the rising costs and still come out on top at the checkout line.
1. Make a plan. One of the most powerful tools for reducing your grocery bill doesn't cost a dime. It's planning. Creating a weekly meal plan and grocery list allows you to shop intentionally, reducing impulse buys and food waste. When you walk into a store without a plan, you're more likely to grab items you don't need, which adds up fast. On the flip side, having a plan ensures you're using what you buy and incorporating ingredients you already have at home. Meal planning doesn't have to be elaborate. Simply jot down a few meals for the week, including dinners and maybe some go-to lunches or breakfasts. Check your pantry, fridge, and freezer to build your list around what's already on hand. This not only reduces how much you spend, but also helps you cut down on food waste, a problem that affects most households. In fact, studies estimate that the average home wastes about 30% of the food they buy, often due to poor planning. By having a strategy before you shop, you'll likely cook more at home, rely less on takeout, and keep your grocery budget in check. 2. Be picky with produce. Fruits and vegetables are essential for a healthy diet, but they can feel expensive, especially when fresh options go bad before you use them. Fortunately, there are multiple ways to enjoy produce without overspending. Start by embracing frozen, canned, or dried fruits and vegetables, which are typically more affordable and just as nutritious. Frozen vegetables, for instance, are picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen to retain nutrients. Canned goods can be just as good. Just look for options with no added sugar or salt. You can also stretch your dollar by choosing more affordable produce. Swap out pricier items for budget-friendly alternatives. Use cabbage instead of mixed greens, carrots instead of parsnips, or frozen berries instead of fresh in your smoothies. And always eat what you buy. Many people lose money not because produce is too expensive, but because it ends up spoiled in the fridge. Plan to use your delicate items, like leafy greens or berries, first, and incorporate sturdier produce, like carrots or sweet potatoes, later in the week. Lastly, if you find yourself nearing the expiration window on fresh produce, don't toss it, freeze it, or get creative by tossing it into soups, stir-fries, casseroles, or egg dishes. Making the most of every item you purchase means more savings and less guilt. 3. Search for sales. Leveraging sales, coupons, and store discounts is one of the most straightforward ways to save at the store, and yet it's often overlooked. Whether you're shopping in person or online, taking a few minutes to browse weekly flyers or digital deals can translate into big savings. Grocery chains often run regular promotions, especially on meat, produce, and pantry staples. If you shop digitally, many services allow you to apply virtual coupons, filter items by sale, or automatically stack discounts with loyalty programs. Sign up for your store's rewards card and use it consistently to access exclusive deals and points that can be redeemed for future purchases. Here's a tip: build your meal plan around what's on sale. Instead of picking meals and buying ingredients regardless of price, flip the script. Look at what's discounted and choose meals that align with those items. This habit alone can significantly lower your grocery bill over time. 4. Check unit prices. The unit price, often shown on the shelf label just below the product price, is an essential tool for smart shopping. It tells you the cost per ounce, pound, or liter allowing you to compare similar items across different brands or sizes. At a glance, a smaller package might look cheaper, but when you calculate the unit cost, you'll often find the larger size offers much more value. Take cereal, for example. A 10-ounce box might cost $3.50, while a 20-ounce box is $5.50. The larger one seems more expensive, but per ounce, it's actually cheaper. Knowing how to scan and use unit prices can help you save more without doing complicated math, and it's especially useful when comparing generic brands to name brand products. Sometimes stores offer discounts on oddly sized packages or less popular brands that offer the same quality for a fraction of the cost. Taking a few extra seconds to check the unit price before adding an item to your cart is a simple but powerful habit that pays off with every trip. 5. Rethink your protein. Protein is an essential part of a balanced diet, but it's also one of the priciest items on most grocery lists. That doesn't mean you have to cut it out, it just means you should be strategic. Plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, chickpeas, and tofu are not only more affordable than meat, but they're also nutrient-dense and versatile. Swapping in a few meatless meals per week, like chili, stir-fry, or a hearty veggie curry, can significantly lower your grocery costs. If you prefer to include meat, consider buying less expensive cuts. Ground meat, chicken thighs, drumsticks, and top-round steaks often cost less than premium cuts, but can still be delicious when prepared well. Learn how to stretch meat by mixing it with vegetables or grains in dishes like burgers, casseroles, or fried rice. You get the flavor and nutrition without relying solely on meat to fill your plate. Stocking up when protein is on sale is another great strategy. Buy in bulk, portion it, and freeze it for later. Having protein ready in the freezer makes meal prep easier and prevents you from paying full price later on. 6. Know what expiration dates really mean. Expiration dates can be confusing and often lead to unnecessary food waste. Many people assume these dates signal when food becomes unsafe, but in reality, most of them refer to quality, not safety. Labels like best if used by, sell by, use by, and freeze by are primarily guidelines provided by manufacturers to indicate when a product is at its freshest, not when it's dangerous to eat. The USDA confirms that, except for infant formula, which has a federally mandated safety date, these labels do not represent safety cutoffs. That means a yogurt that's a few days past its best by date is often still perfectly fine to eat if it looks, smells, and tastes normal. Learning to trust your senses can help you avoid throwing away food unnecessarily. Be mindful when shopping. Check dates to ensure you're not buying items close to their quality window unless you're planning to use them immediately. At home, practice first in, first out. Use older items before newer ones. This helps reduce spoilage and stretches your food dollars even further. 7. Shop your pantry and freezer first. Before you make another trip to the store, take a moment to inventory your pantry, fridge, and freezer. You might already have the foundation for a few meals hiding in plain sight. A can of beans, a bag of rice, a box of pasta, some frozen veggies. These are all potential ingredients for budget-friendly meals. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking there's nothing to eat, when in fact, there's plenty. You just need to get creative. Use websites or apps that help generate recipes based on the ingredients you already have. Even just 1 or 2 pantry meals a week can reduce your reliance on new groceries and help prevent food waste. Taking regular stock of your kitchen staples also keeps you from buying duplicates of items you already own and allows you to prioritize what needs to be used before it expires. Make it a habit to do a quick kitchen scan before every shopping trip. You'll be amazed at how much you can save. 8. Buy in bulk when it makes sense. Buying in bulk can be a smart, money-saving move, but only when it's done strategically. Shopping at warehouse stores like Costco, Sam's Club, or BJ's can yield impressive savings, especially on items you use frequently, such as oats, rice, pasta, canned goods, and frozen produce. However, bulk buying isn't always the right move. Perishables like fresh produce, dairy, or baked goods may go bad before you can use them, leading to waste. It's important to consider storage space, family size, and eating habits before stocking up. Even if you don't shop at warehouse clubs, most regular grocery stores offer larger package sizes of staples. Just make sure to compare unit prices to ensure you're truly saving. Buying in bulk is particularly valuable for families, meal preppers, or those with limited shopping time. It can reduce trips to the store and lower your per meal cost over time. 9. Switch your store. Sometimes where you shop matters just as much as what you buy. If you've been loyal to the same grocery store for years, it might be time to explore other options. Different stores have different price points, and even within the same neighborhood, you can see big variations in cost for the same items. Discount retailers like Aldi and Trader Joe's have built reputations for offering high-quality products at lower prices, especially when it comes to pantry staples, produce, and snacks. Ethnic grocery stores often carry spices, grains, sauces, and specialty items at much lower prices than mainstream chains. Even dollar stores carry items like canned beans, pasta, and baking supplies at unbeatable rates. If you're able, try combining trips to different stores to take advantage of the best deals. For example, buy your produce at a farmer's market or discount store and grab bulk or specialty items elsewhere. A little store hopping or ordering from multiple stores online can add up to big savings in the long run. 10. Rethink convenience. We often assume that convenience foods are always more expensive, and sometimes they are. Pre-cut vegetables, ready-to-eat meals, and jarred sauces usually come with a price markup. But in some cases, the convenience is worth the trade-off, especially if it helps you avoid food waste or reduces reliance on takeout. Consider this: buying a pre-chopped stir-fry mix that you'll actually use is more cost-effective than letting whole vegetables go bad in your fridge. Similarly, a jar of marinara might cost slightly more than making it from scratch, but it saves time, effort, and possibly a last-minute pizza delivery. You don't have to go all or nothing. Look for affordable convenience, like frozen mixed vegetables, pre-washed salad greens, or steamable rice. These items often cost the same, or just a little more as their whole counterparts, but reduce prep time and help you get dinner on the table faster. Just make sure you're choosing convenience with intention and that it's supporting your goal to cook more meals at home. In an era of rising prices, the best defense against an inflated grocery bill is knowledge, preparation, and flexibility. By taking time to plan, shop strategically, reduce waste, and make informed choices about convenience, you can feed yourself and your family well, without sacrificing health or going over budget.
If you found this helpful and want more wellness tips, recipes, and feel-good content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to GlowFlow 24/7, your go-to channel for living your healthiest, happiest life.